Oh, fucking hell, man.
Good evening everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Wednesday the 17th of April 2024 and tonight, for the second of 3 times this week, we're off back to the International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Aldershot Town in the National League. So I'm in Gateshead and it's a big night, a big couple of nights really for the playoff race, and going into this evening's game, Aldershot currently in 9th place in the National League table, 2 points off of that last playoff spot, so they're coming up here and they really need to win tonight. I mean, if the lose or if the draw, I mean, they're obviously not out of it from that point, but it would be like very unlikely that they do claim that last playoff spot. Of course, tomorrow night it's Halifax versus Oldham, which is a really massive game, isn't it? And I think, as far as we're concerned, I think Southend fans, Halifax fans, Oldham fans, I think all of them support Gateshead tonight, really, don't they? And we're in 6th place following Monday night's 2-1 win over Chesterfield, which secured us that playoff spot. Essentially, we only need 4 points from these last 2 games to give ourselves a home eliminator. Unfortunately, last night Bromley did beat Oxford City, so the 3rd place is now out of the question. But as I say, yeah, the aim most definitely has to be based around finishing 4th or finishing 5th. Like obviously at the minute we're only 1 point behind Solihull, and if we get a draw tonight we would go above them because we do have a superior goal difference to them, and irrespective of what we do in our final 2 games and what they do in their final game, I don't think they're going to reverse that goal difference. A win would take us into 4th above Altrincham as well, but I think realistically to finish above Altrincham we would have to win both our last 2 games, because I really can't see them slipping up against Oxford City at home. And I think ultimately, like taking form and taking momentum into the playoffs is often a bigger factor than where you actually do finish in the league table, and that's kind of why I'm hoping that Halifax do the business tomorrow against Oldham, so Southend don't get in, because Southend since February have been on an absolutely mega run, and if they get in the playoffs I can genuinely see them winning them. But as far as tonight's game goes, there's certainly no love lost between the 2 clubs following last week's pretty controversial late call off. Aldershot really weren't happy about it. We were making claims that we wanted to play and they didn't, and we were saying that the referee was happy as well. So there's been a lot of mixed messages about it, which I really don't think's helped anyone. But tonight the game finally does go ahead, and yeah, it is a big game for both sides. I mean, I know 1 or 2 of our fans are maybe downplaying a little bit because we did get our spot secured on Monday night, but for me, yeah, I want to finish as high as we possibly can and be at home in the eliminators. I think worst case scenario would be that we would be going down to Solihull next midweek, and I think a lot of us would be having to get on our knees and begging our bosses for half days or whatever. But hopefully that's not going to be the case, and we can get a good result tonight. And as well, there is obviously integrity of the league. I know we mentioned that a lot the other night. But I think the actual integrity of the league would be obviously us not rolling over in this game. And we've no reason to. As I said, that was a massive result for us the other night. I'm expecting we're going to make quite a few changes for this one tonight, but all the same, hopefully we can get some form of result out of the game and make having a home eliminator in our hands going into the last game of the season. So let's head on down to the International Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up, Aldershot getting ready in this half as the away teams always do. I think they're going to be in red and blue home strip this evening, and Gateshead are getting ready just of course going to be in the usual white and black. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match.
Well done, Tom.
He's not offside. Half-time Gateshead 0, Aldershot Town 0. That is one of, if not the worst half of football I've watched all season. It's an absolutely diabolical game of football so far, and it's surprising really, because I thought Aldershot would come up here pretty much all guns blazing, everything to go for, but they've been quite happy to just let us have the ball, sit off us a bit, but we've just not really done anything at all to counteract that, to create space to make chances or whatever. So it's really not easy on the eye. I mean, I know a draw would be okay for us tonight. It would take us into the driving seat for a home eliminator going into the final game, but see, that last game is against Bromley, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's a very tough game, so if we can get the win tonight, then maybe we would take the pressure off us on the last day, and we could afford a draw on the last day if that makes sense. But you know what, we've got the likes of Adorm, Ollie and Brown on the bench, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of changes we make, what kind of changes they make with the likes of Talage and Stokes on the bench. So I'm guessing it'll open up more in the second half, but let's be real about it. It cannot be much more dull than that first half.
We don't have a keeper on the bench, do we?
We're going to have to put an outfielder in goal. Absolute stupidity, that.
We don't have a keeper on the bench. We're going to lose it to the 7. to enjoy doing that.
Five minutes of added time.
Julia, who that man?
Full-time Gateshead and Aldershot Town 1. That is probably it for us getting a home eliminator in the playoffs. I genuinely cannot see us better in Solihull's result on Saturday. Yes, we may get some form of result off of Bromley, but I truthfully don't think that they're going to slip up against York. I mean, and yes, I know York have got it all to go for, but I just think Solihull will be professional on the day and win that game. But as far as tonight goes, unfortunately, people are going to laugh at us collectively as a football club, and I think a lot of it we've probably brought on ourselves with all the weather-related stuff that we were sort of doing before the game, like the songs we were playing, etc. And obviously the goalkeeper got sent off, and Lewis Story had to go and goal for the rest of the game. For me, it is basic common sense. If you're in a position to have a goalkeeper on the bench, because you just never know when they might be needed. Obviously, in a situation like tonight where the goalkeeper's been sent off, or if the goalkeeper gets injured or whatever, you need that cover. And yeah, we've got another 3 goalkeepers at the club: Eddie Beach, James Montgomery, etc. So it just really baffled me, that one tonight, I've got to admit. But you know what, Aldershot did need to win that game tonight, and I think they executed the game plan all in all, I've got to say. I think as the game was going on, I think even if we'd have kept 11 on the pitch, I think before long you would have seen the likes of Tollage and Stokes come on, and I think that probably would have made a difference eventually, because even with 11 we just did not look like scoring tonight. We could have been there, we could still be there now with Aldershot on the bus away back home, and we still probably wouldn't find a way through. It was just really was one of those nights, and it's really deeply disappointing, I've got to say, because obviously just a couple of days ago we got in the playoffs, we're all happy in that, but I think when you're at work, no matter what your job is, if you do something right, you can take the praise or whatever. But if you do something not so right, you're told about it, and I don't think it should be any different for footballers, just because they have done a lot right this year, and I'm not disputing that at all. So if you're thinking I am, then I'm absolutely not. They have done well to get to Wembley and into the playoffs, but yeah, just tonight wasn't a good night at all, and it's massively frustrating, because I think not only having the eliminator at the international stage, but I think trying to carry momentum into the playoffs is a huge factor, as I mentioned before the game, and just really feels like that's taken the wind out of our sails a little bit, and it's going to be another quick turnaround before the game on Saturday Saturday dinner time against Bromley. As I said, there's probably more chance of me being able to maintain eye contact during a conversation, or getting through one of these analyses without stumbling on my words, than what there is us bettering Solihull's result. But it is what it is. It is really, really disappointing, I've got to say. I just feel flat. That's the only way I can put it. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Saturday with that Gateshead versus Bromley game. So will there be a bit of will there be some twists on the last day? Check back Saturday to find out. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.